Okay, we're back. Here's what I decided to do. We're going to take and split this up into 4 parts. We're going to do the rear part of the case and everything associated. We're going to do the bell housing part of the case, everything associated. And then we're going to move over here and we're going to do counter shaft, everything associated, and we're going to do main shaft, everything associated. So today we're going to disassemble the counter shaft so I can inspect and get parts on order. Now, what I'm going to do is I built this board here with a bunch of nails, and as I pull things off, I'm just going to hang on the nails, kind of keep them in order. I've already pulled off the oil slinger and the snap ring off of 5th gear. Now this is really weird, but there's 2 5th gears. There's a lot of 2 gears, and there's like a 5th gear counter shaft, and there's a 5th gear what they call clutch shaft or main shaft. Basically, I used to call them idler gears, but I don't know. It's just weird. What I got here is a 5-inch ID piece of pipe, and I lined it with cardboard, and I put wood and something soft on the bottom because as I push the shaft through the gear, you're going to find that I don't want that slamming down on the steel plate. This is a 20-ton Harbor Freight press. I think it's going to work okay. But we're not going to gall anything. We're not going to mess everything up. And I think this should work just good. Here's what's interesting about this counter shaft. When you read the instructions, this counter shaft on the instructions says serviced as a unit. If you went to Dodge and you had 3-4 synchros going out, or you lost a 3rd gear or a 4th gear, I think. I think this is 3rd and I think this is 4th, and this is the slider, I think. It's serviced as a unit, which means they'll put this whole shaft in just to fix this because everything is pressed on. It's like they press it and they're done, as far as I can tell. Serviced as a unit. So they don't give you a whole lot of anything about taking anything apart. But you can buy all these gears that are pressed on. You can buy all these. So, yeah, I don't get it. So this is 5th gear. Some people call it the head gear, but this is 5th gear idler. It's not the 5th gear main. The 5th gear is actually on the input shaft. So the input shaft that comes through the front of the case goes right about here and meshes with this 5th gear idler. I call it an idler, counter shaft gear, whatever. Now, I got a hold of this company in Memphis, High Gear Transmission, and the dudes are just amazing. They gave me some good insight. And they have a video on YouTube as well. They say on their dyno that to get these transmissions from making noise, on all their builds, they change the input shaft and the 5th gear, the 5th idler or 5th counter gear. They change both of these gears, and that gets rid of a lot of the noise. So this is like 110 plus shipping, and I think I got this on Rock Auto. So I'm going to change this and this. I mean, I'm going to go by what they say. I'm going to change these 2. And then we're going to disassemble all of these, and we're going to get to here because I have 2 to 3 little crunchies. So 2 to 3 should be this sliding into 3rd, I think. I have to look at the diagram again. So all right, so let's get set up and let's get this counter shaft disassembled, and we'll go from there. Okay, hang on. Okay, so here's our shaft, and what we're going to do is gently slide it down inside this cardboard. Now remember, at the base of this I have a bunch of stuff that's soft and a piece of wood. And then we're going to take our spacer and we're gonna space this first gear. So we're gonna hold it like that, right? And then we're gonna come over here. Man, I wonder if I shouldn't use that side. Well, I don't know. We're gonna come over here with this one. So now we need to get center. Okay, so we're just about center. And then we're gonna line this up. And then what I got here is it's just a 3/4 to half adapter, but it fits just right. And we're gonna center everything. Now, you'll notice this snap ring is on here. I've already removed that snap ring. I hung it on our board. And we are going to see, okay, we've got that shut. So let's see if we can loose this gear and get it off. That's wobbly. No, that's not very centered. Dang it. We're going to slide over just a little bit more here. I think it's really important to get that centered. Oh man, that's a lot of pressure. Oh, it moved. It jumped. Holy criminy. It jumped again. I think we're cruising. And remember, I'm lined with cardboard and I have a soft base. So when this lets loose, it's just gonna slide down. What I'm worried about, if the shaft stops fast enough and the slider wants to run all the way forward with momentum, I'm gonna lose a bunch of balls and springs. But that should be okay because it'll be contained within the pipe. So, wow. Okay, hold on. Damn, maybe that was easier than I thought it would be. Okay, there's that. Wow, there it is. Yeah, she was pressed on there tight. Yep, there she is. All right, let me put this on our board, and then I think we have to do the same thing to the 6th gear, the 6 idler. Okay, hang on. Okay, so I just took the time and I reset this exactly like we had it the first time. You notice my space is a lot less. So the bottom of my ram is rough and I don't want to leave rough indentations. So I just got a smaller spacer. And we're going to get this lined up. I think this gear should press off the same. I mean, I don't know, but I bet we're going to find out. Now I can see the machining. I think this gear has a larger ID because I see a step, but I don't see a snap ring. So hopefully this will come off the same, I hope. Yep, there we go. Whoa, baby. Hang on. Hang on. Oh, yeah, not even galled or anything. Wow, that was crazy. Interesting. Okay, we're going to put that on there. Wow, man, that thing just went crazy. Okay. Here's our washer that we used. Yep, the slider dropped. That's just exactly what I thought would happen. And you can see, oh, I hear the balls rolling around. You can see. All right, so I was gonna tape this and I didn't. Yeah, I see the steel balls down there. Yeah, tape this. So now I gotta go over here and make sure I get all the balls. All right, I hear them rolling. All right, hang on. All right. So I don't remember what gear this is. This one is a gear. This might be number 3. I'm gonna pull this off. Now notice this one has a roller bearing pack. See that? All right, so I'm gonna put this on our nail. And then I'm going to pull this roller bearing. Wow. That's pretty amazing. And I'm going to set that on there too. Now we get, I think these are the synchros or the assembly or whatever. All right, I'm going to set that on the nail. We're going to go through and here's where we have an issue. All right, hold on, let me get my magnet. Okay, so remember what I said about the counter shaft is serviced as an assembly? There you go. No instructions on how to tear it apart. The information that I got, I made a bunch of phone calls and actually found people that have done these. Everybody hates them. Everybody says NSG stands for no stinking good. Okay, whatever. I know lots of people. I'm a putter in my Jeep. I'm not a rock climber, and I'm not going to have issues. So that's it. Now let me show you my setup on what I'm going to do. And what I'm doing is I'm following some of the directions that show you how to do the main shaft. So if we come over here, I'm set back up in my jig. And I'm on this lower gear. And I'm hoping that I can use this gear to push up on this slider assembly. Because if you see right, can you see it right here? It's splined. So this slider is splined onto this counter shaft. So usually when they're splined and they're not press fit, it should be a lot easier. So let's see if it's a lot easier if I don't tip it. And you know what? Harbor Freight's good for get-me-bys, but if I was a professional shop, this stuff would not exist in my shop. Everything's wobbly. Okay, remember what I said? I think it's imperative that you're on straight, because that way you're not going to get it kicked out. You know, if I have to tell you to wear glasses and be careful and safety is important, you got no business doing this, trust me. All right, so let's see. Nope. Oh, almost screwed up. I can see right now what the deal is. Dang, that is hard to see. Hold on. Hold on, I'll be right back. Guess what I saw that I almost didn't see? There is a snap ring. Wow, I would have just jacked this all up. And I'm always challenged on these things, to be honest with you. They just don't come out for me. There we go. Damn, don't make that mistake. I'm just going to hang it right there. Oh, no, I got room. Okay. All right. Let's go back at this. I'll get centered. Hey man, learn as we go, right? All right, let's try it again. What a dumbass. I should have caught that. Oh my God, it's coming off by hand. Look at this. Look at this. Now that makes me nervous because this shaft. So I put a bunch more stuffing in my pipe, so it's not going to go all the way to the bottom. I put all kinds of stuff. But look, I'm doing this by hand and it's coming off. So usually when there's splines involved, it's been my experience. All right, well that could have been better. Fudge. All right. I could have did that better. Damn it. All right, stand by. All right, well, do as I say, not as I do, right? So here's that snap ring. These are actually very important. When you go to look for parts for these, there's no shimming and setting up of this. All of these snap rings, you can order different thicknesses, and it tells you, I read somewhere, that you want to make sure you go back with the same thickness, because these are just like all set thicknesses of all these snap rings is what gives you. So if you put your same snap ring back in the same spot, I think you should be good to go. Okay, so we got this. Okay, that's pretty basic. It looks symmetrical, so I don't know that it matters which way it goes on or off. Then I'm going to pull all of these synchro rings off so I can keep them on the same side. And then I'm going to go back down here and put these back on. So this is the whole unit, and then this is the slider. Now remember, all the springs. Yeah, this only goes on one way. There's flat spots. Oh, there we go. I'm not. Well, anyways. I don't know why that's not going on. Okay. Wow, this thing is complicated. This thing ain't complicated, I'm just a dumbass. Alright, anyways, that's the whole unit. I'll put that there. And then this is a snap ring that goes with the unit. This is another bearing. See, here's another roller bearing. Dang, I hope I got the right ones. Oh, see, it just gently comes apart in its plastic case that goes on there. So, this is the whole bare shaft, folks. These don't come off. They're machined into the shaft. And you can see the roller bearing surfaces. They all look good. Nothing's galled. This is a really good looking shaft, so thank goodness. You know, this is part of the reason why I didn't want to buy a rebuild, because I think the core of my transmission was in good shape, and I didn't want to get somebody else's piece of shit when mine just needed a few parts. And that's actually the case. This is a flawless looking piece. There is no galls, chips, anything, bearing surfaces. Matter of fact, I even think those roller bearings are fine. But what I got here is I bought, now here's my OCD issue, 10, 12 bucks, 15 bucks on a bearing. How can you go through all this work and not put in a $12 part? I don't give a shit. I can't do it. So I got all new rollers, and that's just how it is. All right, so that's the teardown of the counter shaft. Now, if you notice, and this is just me, this is just how I do it. Here's everything out on a board. So then I just go back in reverse order. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and inspect all the lugs on the gears and the synchros. And we're going to see and come up with a parts list and see if I can't beg the old lady to give me some money and we'll get some parts ordered. All right, so stay tuned. Thanks, bye. All right, we're back. I have no idea if you're going to be able to see this. I'm going to try to hold it still. These are the teeth on the slider ring. And I can tell the 3 side from the 4 side, because from 3 to 4 was flawless, 2 to 3, and this isn't focusing. I'm sorry. I have it on macro and it's just not focusing. You can see they're not incredibly bad, but they're not crazy sharp. And then if I turn it over, this is the 4 side, I'm pretty sure, and you can tell it's just a lot sharper. So you got that, and then we have 2 of these. I don't even know what the hell these are called. Now if you notice, this one is actually, sorry, this one is pretty sharp. So this is probably the 4 side, but if I come over to this one, I would venture to say this is the 3 side, because it's not horribly chewed up, but it's not amazing either. So I'm going to have to figure out what to get. See, that tooth there is pretty chewed up. So, and then this, so this friction disc here, I can put a little bit of pressure on the center cone and you cannot move that disc. So if you look at the wear, let me wipe this off for you. If you look at the wear on this, it doesn't look worn, man. It doesn't look bad. And then if you look at the friction material on this, I mean, it has some smooth spots. I hope this is focusing. I can't see shit. It doesn't look focused to me. I don't know, and the other side doesn't look that bad either. And then you have this ring, which also has a little bit of wear. Man, I just can't tell if this is focusing. But they're just all a little rounded. But it doesn't look bad. This is just nothing, it just presses on. I get attacked by flies. And then this side, I'm sure I'm going to replace both of these. And this one is the same. It doesn't look bad at all. And then you have this. So I think what I'm going to do, since I'm in here, is I'm going to get both of these friction discs. I think these are blocker rings. I think they're okay. And then I need to get probably all 4 of these that have lugs. Probably these 4 with lugs. And then I think if I saw online, I thought all of this was a unit for like 100 and something. So you had the hub and you had these for like 100, and then I don't know about these, and then the friction discs. The slider was like 45 bucks, and I'm gonna for sure get one of these. Or maybe this whole thing came as a unit. I don't know. But that's basically it. That's everything there is to do on the actual counter shaft. I'll get the parts in and we'll start getting this thing, the counter shaft complete. In the meantime, I have the bearings set and I'll be working on the case while these parts come in. I gotta go beg the old lady for more cash because just empty every pocket is demanding it. All right, fellas, I can't think of anything else on the counter shaft. That's it. Have a great day. It's going to be 113 today in Arizona. So that's why we're right here early. Take care. Bye.